Is it Mr. Luke McAllister?
Hi, yeah, Luke's fine.
Hi Luke, I'm Benitha. I'm one of the psychiatrists in the community mental health team here. I understand you've come in to talk to us about something.
Yeah, I'm just a bit worried that the therapy's not working.
Okay, all right, tell me a bit more about that.
I guess I've been doing it for 2-3 months or so. It's like psychodynamic therapy. I go once a week, and I just think it's time to call it a day, you know?
Okay, all right. And what's making you feel that way?
It just feels like I'm not getting any better. And I sort of feel like, yeah, I'm just a bit unsure about my therapist as well.
Yeah. I mean, thanks for coming in today to talk about it, because I know it can be quite difficult to talk about these things to another healthcare professional. You mentioned that sort of things aren't quite working out with the therapist. I wondered if you'd be happy to tell me a bit more about what's been going on.
Yeah, I just get the sense that she's not that interested. You know, like, I go in and there's these like long silences, and it just feels like she knows it's not working as well, you know? Like, it's not just me, she knows that it's not going to work.
Okay. And you mentioned long silences as one of the reasons you think it's not working.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you noticed that's...
It's just the whole atmosphere, you know, the whole vibe. I just think it's clear that it's not right. I think we both know that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the sense I get.
And I'm curious as to why you think she feels that way as well.
I just think, like I said, you know, there's these long silences. I say something, she sort of just nods and doesn't like really ask any questions, and I just, it's hard to explain. I get the sense deep inside me, I know that it's not going to work. Yeah.
Okay. And have you talked to anyone else about this at all, like your therapist, for example?
No, I haven't said it to her. I feel like she knows, but I haven't said it to her directly.
Okay. That can be difficult, so I can understand why you might have not said it yet. But I wanted to reassure you firstly that this is a very common and normal experience for people to have in psychodynamic therapy. I wondered if you knew that.
No, I don't think I did. I mean, you know, empty, angry, irritated, frustrated. It just seems like it's making me worse rather than better.
And again, that might make you question what the point of therapy is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Making you feel worse than better. But again, I wanted to reassure you that it's actually a normal and expected process of therapy. But the point of therapy, especially psychodynamic therapy, is that it explores a lot about your relationships, your past, your childhood, and quite often it can touch on quite difficult and sensitive experiences. And they can bring up feelings that are really unpleasant. Is that something that resonates with you?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's weird. It kind of reminds me of like how I felt with Sarah, like my partner.
Okay. Tell me more about that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we were with each other for 2 years. Like, she's the only girlfriend I've ever had, and I was like so in love with her. But at the same time, like, even though things seemed like they were going okay, I just got this sense that like something was going to go wrong. That something, it wasn't right. Something was going to not work, and she was going to leave. And you know, then she did.
Okay.
So I think it kind of confirmed that I was right. You know, that like people always do leave, and I think that's the sense I get now. Like, I'm just waiting for my therapist to clock out.
Okay. So it's almost you're waiting for your therapist to leave like Sarah did. Would that be right?
Yeah, maybe that's right.
Okay. And is there anyone else in the family that's made you feel similarly?
I mean, I guess, you know, my dad travelled a lot when I was younger, and I was always just, he'd come back and it was so nice having him there. And my mum just, you know, she was there, but she was quite distant. And I just every time he was back, it was so nice, but at the same time, I was just waiting for him to go again.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it's a bit like that. And like over time, like it became hard to even enjoy him being there in the first place.
Okay. And again, these are really difficult things to talk about because it's very personal to you. So I think it's important to acknowledge that these feelings can resurface when you're in therapy. And there's a common phenomenon in therapy called transference. And it's something where your feelings that you've had with previous experiences, like for example with Sarah, your dad or your mum, can transfer onto the sort of relationship you're having with your therapist, the professional relationship with your therapist. So especially because you're meeting with them regularly for a long period of time, it's something that's based on trust, it's based on communication, and it's based on feeling cared for. So when those things feel threatened because you're afraid that someone might leave you, that can often mirror the feelings that you're having in therapy towards a therapist.
So like, what do? I guess I just tell myself it's going to be fine and just keep going to therapy. Is that like the best thing to do?
Well, the best thing to do, from my advice, would be to talk to your therapist about it. Because we're all aware as professionals that this is something that our clients experience. And I think if your therapist knew about it, it's something that you can explore in your sessions. And then it can help you, when you go on in the future to have similar experiences, to process it a bit better.
Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
I would say, especially because it sounds like you've been committed to going to sessions so far, that would be really helpful to carry on, explore this with your therapist. And you always know, that it is your choice whether you want to go or not. So you can always stop at any time.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
No problem. If you have any other questions, you can always come back and talk to me about it. And also importantly, talk to your therapist about it as well. But we can end the session for us today here, if that's all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right. Thank you.